So where are you from, Josh?
Originally?
Yeah.
Do you know the 8th concession?
Whereabouts?
Puss Lynch?
Yep. So you're from rural Ontario.
Yeah, okay, that's what you could call it, yeah.
And did you grow up there?
No, when I was 7 years old, I guess I was a bad kid and I got too,
Here, let me fix your mic on. So you were a troubled kid, you got in a lot of shit, and what did your parents do about that?
they sent me to group homes.
Whereabouts?
Well, there was Linwood Hall. God, bad place.
Linwood
bad
Hall?
place,
Up the mountain?
Bad place.
I remember that. We used to hang
Bad
out behind
place.
Linwood Hall. That's where I used to live.
That's where I know you from. How old are you?
40.
You were a little older. Yeah. I would have been about 7. I'm 36.
You're 36 now, yeah? Yeah, I'll bet you we crossed paths decades ago and didn't even know it. So, you go to Linwood Hall, you spend how long there?
Couple
How
years.
old were you when you left? And where'd you go next?
Okay, so from Linwood, I went to Canada House, I think.
Another group home. Did you go to high school? Which high school did you go to?
I went to Delta for a bit.
Delta?
I went to Highland. I very briefly went to the one downtown there, Sir John A.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Parkside.
So you went to a lot of different high schools. Did you graduate?
I need one elective and I think 1 or 2 regulars.
So you missed it just by a few credits.
Like when I was going to group home, regular schools, like public schools.
Mm-hmm.
I was never really fit in. I was a fat kid. Nobody wanted anything to do with me. A lot of suicidal stuff and crime and peer pressure and being abandoned at 7 years old by my parents to Linwood Hall to live there and go to school there. I woke up on my 7th birthday to being ritualistically molested and beaten by one of the staff, and later that staff member would take us one at a time here and there to his friend's house, and they would take turns with us.
So your experiences when you were young, there was a lot of abuse?
Physical,
With the,
sexual, mental.
And it was mostly the people that you had been left with at Linwood?
Authority figures and such, yeah. Abandoning us to strangers. Just because they're professionals doesn't mean they're not going to hurt us. There's something I want to say, but it might get me killed later.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't say it.
I don't know if it's still happening or not. There's tunnels all under the city. Lots of them.
Yeah.
They would take us down to the tunnels. They would molest us down there. Torture us. Videotape it. They would, there was lots of us down there, and I feel really guilty and really bad because somebody let me out. I only had time to run. I didn't have time
When was
to help
this?
anyone.
How long ago?
I can't give exact time.
Well, not exact times, but like, we
I was a
talking
kid.
5 years ago,
I was a
20
kid.
years ago?
I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Because I know there are lots of tunnels under the city. Like, you can get to them right over here. By that thing under City Hall and the train tracks. And
They raped us. They tortured us. They beat us.
who's they?
I don't know. And even if I did, I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to know. I couldn't tell you if I did.
Was it like a singular experience? Like it happened once for like a long period of time? Or did it happen several times?
I was sexually assaulted from several times when I was 7, when I was 12, when I was 14, when I was 21, and actually, truth be told, being homeless and shit, just recently someone tried to force themselves onto me a few months back.
How does that make you feel?
Makes me want to kill myself.
Like, what keeps you going? Like, what is there anything positive?
My girlfriend is the one that keeps me going the most, because I see her the most. I just started seeing my daughter again
That's good.
yesterday.
You have a visit with her? Well, that's good.
Penny, I'm not strong enough, man.
You survived this long.
I can't even try.
You've got something left to give people. There's a reason for you to stick around. Suicide hurts people, man. You don't want to hurt people.
I don't want to hurt her.
Exactly. You don't want to hurt anyone. I know that. I usually ask people this question, and it's a tough question. I don't even really know the answer myself.
Okay.
If an average person, your average Joe Schmo, somebody watching this video, whoever, if your average person's watching this video and they think, you know, I'd like to help, but what can I do? What do you think the average person could do to help the situation?
I think there's several things they can do.
Well, let's hear it.
Advocation, petitions, donations, offering supports.
So, just getting involved somehow.
Yeah. Or donate
Yeah.
to fucking you, for instance. No, I'm not making an infomercial here for you. I'm saying donate to you so that then you can allocate the funds in order to do the proper fucking interviews, in order to get the messages across, in order to create the change necessary to fix the fucking problem.
I remember when I was 13, I took a bus out to Montreal to protest in the separation of Quebec. And there were hundreds of thousands of people in downtown Montreal. The whole downtown was all people.
Mm-hmm.
And it really felt great to be a part of that. And it worked. They didn't separate. They voted like just barely to stay, and it felt great being a part of that. So it's not impossible. Like that's what I always tell people is people think things are too far gone. They think things are too fucked up. They think, oh, what's the point? You know, like I'm just one person, or and I'm like, no, that's not true. What are you gonna do from now on? What are your future plans?
We're gonna get our housing situation stable. And then we're gonna go back to school. We're gonna go to college or university or whatever. We're gonna take addictions counselors courses. We're gonna open up an outreach.
So you want to help other people?
Yeah. Shit.